Welcome down to the deep. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Got something a little bit special for you today. Here we're taking a look at the Transformers 1 Studio Series Optimus Prime. So let's roll out. Till all are one. Here we are then. Here is Optimus Prime from the Transformers 1 movie in Studio Series. Looking really awesome. Love the detailing on this guy. Love the stylization of him. Looks really, really epic. Super hyped for the film to come out now. Just watched the second trailer again, just to sort of get a little bit more of a background on what we might be seeing. Obviously, at the time of this recording, the film's not actually come out yet, so it is just pure speculation as to what's going to happen. But yeah, he looks really sweet. Loving the design. I did actually pre-order this guy. I'll just give a quick shout out to the site where I got him from. I've ordered some stuff from there before as well. They're always pretty good to me. So it's StarActionFigures if you're in the UK. And yeah, you can find them on all the socials. They've got not just Transformers stuff. They've got all your Star Wars stuff, McFarlane, as you can see, listed there. Plenty of collectibles. And they do actually have a display cabinet as well that they do, which is quite cool. But yeah, StarActionFigures, head on over there. You can pick these guys up still. They are still available on there. I did pre-order it as stated, and the pre-orders came in on the 19th of August. But I did actually get him a little bit earlier, which was sweet. So yeah, big shout out to StarActionFigures, thank you very much. Not sponsored by them or anything, just a great little site. So yeah, I thought I'd mention them. So, onto the figure then. Just going to remove this piece for now, which is the matrix, so we can have a better look at the fig. And this is Optimus Prime. So, I believe we're going to see two different designs in the film. We're going to see, obviously, the Orion Pax design before he's able to transform. And then, later on in the film, we're going to see this version of Optimus Prime. And I'm guessing we're probably going to see him get his matrix of leadership at some point in the film as well. So there's going to be plenty of things going on in the film to keep us busy. Plenty of little bits of story there as well, which tie into the lore of the character. So yeah, really looking forward to it actually. Just give you another quick spin around. He is a deluxe class, this figure, so obviously he's not going to scale that well against some of your other Optimus figs that might be Voyager or Leader class, which I'll show you later on in the comparisons. But yeah, for a deluxe, they've done a really good job. So get a brand new head sculpt with this one. Looking really sweet. Kind of reminds me of the War for Cybertron design on the Gamer Edition Optimus. Definitely got that more Cybertronian look to it. Very stylized, sort of a little bit of elements of G1 in there. Loving this chest piece here that we get. Obviously it does transform up into that Cybertronian truck, which does look sweet. Get these big smokestacks on the sides there on the shoulders, and these are the wheels for the alt mode, but as you can see they just blend in quite nicely with the rest of the arms. Get some really cool sculpted detailing on him. There's not a lot of paintwork, but it's more than adequate really. And then on these grey bits here, it is like done in this sort of yellowed colour. It's like pre-yellowed grey plastic, which is interesting. Judging from what we've seen in the trailers, he does actually have that effect going on. I don't know whether it's just like a dirt effect or something that they've put over the characters in the film, but yeah, they definitely have like this yellowed effect going on the actual CG designs. So yeah, it's not like it's a quality control issue or anything. It is supposed to be like that. Get this hip skirt piece here, which is able to articulate around a little bit. Really cool sculpting on that. Down to the legs, as you can see, they are G1 inspired with these sort of grated detailing on the shins. And coming down to the feet, we do get some paint on the tips of the toes there. Just spinning around to the back. There's some more wheels down here for the alt mode. Really cool sculpted detailing here for some little boosters. And then not a lot going on the back really. Pretty tidy. Nice little backpack there. Yeah, all in all, really solid little deluxe class. Moving on to the accessories then. They do come in that little bag that I've just showed you. And you do want to make sure you've got everything out of that bag before you discard it, as they do include the matrix piece in there as well. So here's the first accessory we get for Optimus. It is his little Energon axe, done in this transparent blue plastic, looking really awesome. And it does have just a 5mm peg in there, so you can bring in the figure and you can just tab that into his hand like that to make it look like it's been transformed out of his hand. And then we also get these two little pegs on the sides, so if you come to the back of the figure, get these two little slots here, so you can just tab that into there on the backpack and have that stored away there. Other accessories we get are these two smokestack pieces that just tab into the shoulders. One goes here and then one on the other side. And you can also have him wielding these as they are on these 5mm posts, so you can have that effect going on. The tips of these pieces aren't compatible with the blast effects, unfortunately, so yeah, you can't tab any of those on, sadly. And then another accessory that he comes with is this little, it's basically this little blaster cannon assembly, which doesn't really serve any purpose in the bot mode. It just stores away inside the backpack here. It just tabs in here on the backpack and stores away there. It is mainly just for the alt mode for the front of the truck, so that just stores away there quite nicely. And then the final accessory we get for Optimus is obviously his matrix of leadership. So that stores away in the chest there, just on a little tab. We'll show you a closer look at the matrix now, because it is quite small. It's done in this translucent blue plastic, same as the axe, and it does have these little tabs on the sides of it, which, if I bring the figure in again, I'll just show you the hands. So the hands have these little grooves on them that are just sculpted out, so that you can slide those tabs into the hands like that, and then you can have him holding it. I know it's not the best look, but at least it's able to actually hold it. Comparing the matrix to a pre-existing matrix, this is just the one from the Legacy Laser Optimus. This is the newer one from the Transformers 1 Optimus. As you can see, it is fairly similar in size. It's just a tiny bit smaller. But this matrix is designed for a Voyager class figure, so you would expect it to be a little bit bigger. But yeah, looking fairly similar in terms of the design. And as stated, you can just flip open this chest piece here and store that away in there. And that's how it looks when it's inside his chest. Looking really sweet. So that's the accessories. Moving on to the articulation for Prime then. So first up we get a head which is on a ball joint. It can look all the way up, as it is required during transformation to do that. You get a little bit of side to side tiltage, not a lot. And then you can look down a little bit. And it will go a full 360. The shoulders are on these hinge joints, so you can hinge them out to there. You can also swivel them all the way around. You've just got to maneuver this piece around here. But you can definitely get it to swivel all the way around. You do also get this transformation joint here, so you can pull that out to give you a bit more posability on the shoulder, which is definitely an interesting little joint to get. There's a 90-degree bend at the elbow as well as a swivel. so that will go full 360, and then the wrists are just on a swivel, so they'll go full 360 as well. Coming down to the torso, there is no waist swivel as such because of this piece, but if you pull the backpack section up, you can get this to rotate round. It's mainly for transformation, but it definitely works as a torso swivel. The hips are on ball joints, so if you remove this piece, you can get them to go full splits. But while that hip piece is attached, it is going to limit the articulation. And it does just tab onto these little nubs on the sides here, so it is fairly loose fitting. It does tend to pop off from time to time. We can kick up to there, so yeah, decent high kick. We can kick back to there. There is a swivel at the knee. It's not really a thigh swivel, it's more at the knee. There's a 90-degree bend, in fact just past 90 at the knee. And then coming down to the feet, there's not a lot going on. You can articulate the toe because it folds up for transformation, and then we do also get a nice ankle rocker as well there. So that's it for the articulation. Just before we jump on over to transformation, got a couple of quick comparisons to show you. So here he is alongside the Transformers 1 Prime Changes B127 Bumblebee figure. So these two scale really nicely actually. As you can see, Optimus is just a little bit taller than B. So that's what those two look like. And then here he is alongside his previous Studio Series counterpart. That's the Rise of the Beasts Optimus Prime, who is a Voyager class, so he is significantly taller than Transformers 1 Prime. Here we've got him alongside his arch rival and nemesis Megatron. That's the Gamer Edition Megatron. Currently at the time of this recording, I don't have the Transformers 1 Megatron yet, as it's not out, so I'm not able to bring you that comparison just yet. And that's the War for Cybertron Optimus. So as you can see, the stylization is actually pretty similar. So yeah, looking really cool together. Obviously this Optimus is properly jacked up. And then just finally, I'll show you the backdrop that we get included with this one, as it is the Metropolis of Iacon, I believe it's called. So yeah, looking forward to seeing a bit more of Iacon in the film. Obviously that is the Autobot capital city. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what goes down there and how Optimus gets his Matrix. With all that being said, let's transform and roll out. So first step we want to do for the transformation is we're going to rotate the head so that the front is now facing the back. We're going to rotate that piece upwards there, so he's just looking up like that. And then we're going to bring this whole neck section down and fold it into there, just like that. Next, we're going to come to this backpack section here, and we're just going to remove these little blaster pieces here, as we are just going to parts form that later on. And we're going to rotate that backpack section round and just leave it up like that for now. Next, we're going to bring the arms up and we're going to rotate at that torso joint there so that it's looking like that. Then we can separate this piece here at the waist, and that is just going to hinge back like so. Under here we get a hidden little front grille section for the truck, so we're going to fold that panel out. Then what we can do is we're going to come to these shoulder joints here, and we're going to separate at that joint I showed you earlier, and it is also on a hinge, so we're going to hinge those down. And then we need to bring these shoulder joints in here, and it's just going to tab in there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then at the front here, we get another little tab, which is going to go into that slot there to form the front of the truck mode. So let's get all that tab together like so. do the same thing on the other side. So separate that shoulder joint, hinge it down, and then you want to rotate that piece around into there. And just get it all tabbed in like that. Then we can go ahead, bring that backpack piece down over the top to form the roof for the cab of the truck. Then we're going to come to the legs. Just want to fold these toes up so that they clip into place like that. Do that on both sides. And then we're going to come to these panels here, and they are just going to flip round to the opposite side of the legs. So do that for both. Just flip that round, and then we can combine the two legs together using that tab slot connection in the middle, like so. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring the legs up so that it's like that. I'm going to rotate that waist joint there and bring that up and into line with everything else. And then just finally we get a tab slot connection there for the arm. So that's just going to go in there. And then the hands just hold on to these little 5mm sort of joysticks, like so. So just do that on both sides, get it all connected up. Make sure everything's all tabbed together. They do go in at a slight angle, the tabs on the arms and the thighs. So you just want to make sure you've got it all lined up. Straighten the legs out of the back so the truck nose is nice and level. And then we'll take that blaster cannon part piece, and that is just going to tab in to these two little ports here on the front of the bumper. It is quite a snug fit, so don't push it on too tightly because it is quite hard to get it off otherwise. So you're just going to tab that in there. And then as for the axe piece, you can store it on the truck mode. You just got to separate the legs a little bit, and then using these two tabs that we get on the sides, it is going to go into these little slots here under the knee pads. So just get that sat in there like so. And there's your weapon storage. And that is transformation complete. Boom! There we go then, guys. There is Prime transformed up into his Cybertronian armoured truck form. And yeah, he does look really sweet actually. Plenty of little cannons on the front of it. Get that nice translucent blue windshield piece there, looking awesome. It just about resembles the G1 design a little bit. Obviously it's heavily stylized, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. Just spin it around to the back for you. As you can see, we do get those painted toe sections which sort of form these little tail-like pieces which look really awesome. And then, as stated, the axe does just store away on the back there. So yeah, pretty tidy weapon storage on this one as well. Biggest complaint with the alt mode really is, as you've probably seen, the visible hands that just sort of hook on to the side of the legs. That is the biggest disappointment with this one really. And then he is a little bit hollow underneath here. Not really anything that goes under there. So yeah, other than that, it's pretty banging alt mode to be fair. Get these little wheels on the underside, so he does roll quite nicely. There's some red ones there to blend in with the shoulders for bot mode, and then these ones are done in more of that translucent blue plastic, so they blend in with the legs. Yeah, they're pinned on, so yeah, he rolls really well, but just a little bit of a disappointment with those exposed hands really. Would have been nice if they'd have found some sort of way to fold them away, but he is just a deluxe. So moving on to some comparisons for you then. So first up, we'll bring in that Transformers 1 Prime Changes Bumblebee in his Cybertronian car alt mode, looking really sweet. They do go really well together again, same as in bot mode. Yeah, really looking forward to seeing these two on the big screen together, causing some chaos. Next up, we've got him with the Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Optimus Prime, who is a little bit kibble-tastic, the Rise of the Beast Prime, but as you can see, we get two completely different truck modes going on here. Yeah, looking pretty sweet. Scale quite nicely. Next up, got him with that Gamer Edition Megatron in his Cybertronian tank mode. So it'll be interesting to see how he sizes up with the Studio Series Megatron from Transformers 1. I'm guessing he'll be probably a little bit smaller than this tank mode, as this guy is a Voyager class figure as well, whereas the Megatron we're getting for Transformers 1 is a deluxe class, so he should be similar in scale to this guy. And then just finally, I'll bring in that Gamer Edition Optimus Prime from War for Cybertron. As you can see, we've got two completely different looking Cybertronian truck modes going on there, and rather ironically, these two figures do actually suffer from the same issues. Obviously this guy's got the visible hands, and then this guy also suffers from that problem as well, and he's spinning around to the back. So one of these days they'll give us a decent Cybertronian truck form for Optimus without visible hands being present. We are more than meets the eye. Final thoughts for this one then. Yeah, he's a really awesome looking Optimus fig. Really cool to see a deluxe class Optimus figure. I know we don't really get many of them anymore. And he still includes everything that you'd expect to get with an Optimus fig really, including the Matrix stored away in there. So yeah, really nice. Super hyped for the film coming out. Obviously we're about just over a month away from release or so. So yeah, really looking forward to that coming out. And the official release date for this figure is 10th of September, I believe. But obviously I've managed to get this one a little bit early thanks to StarActionFigures. So if you want to pick one up for yourself and you're in the UK, head over there to the StarActionFigures website. I will link it down below for you. They do have this guy in stock still, and they do also have some other Transformers figures available and some pre-orders up too. So yeah, I'll drop a link down below for you there. If you're in the US, you can pick them up on Big Bad Toy Store, I believe. And I think some people have reported them being in Target already. So yeah, there's plenty of places where you can pick them up if you're in the US. As for this figure, main complaints really are with the alt mode. The bot mode itself is pretty fantastic actually, yeah. Not too many complaints. Obviously this piece on the crotch is a little bit annoying. It does just tend to pop off a little bit. And the cannons that store on the backpack there, they can tend to pop off as well sometimes. So yeah, a little bit annoying. But the bot mode is definitely what you're buying the figure for, in my opinion. The alt mode, it does look good. It looks like what it's supposed to look like in terms of the in-universe design. But I'm not a fan of the hollow spaces that are underneath, and the way that the arms get stored away is a little bit lackluster really. Bit of a disappointment. Nothing worse than visible hands on a Transformer fig, so yeah, a little bit of a shame there. But I'd say if you're looking forward to the film coming out and you do want to add this guy to your collection, regardless of the issues that I've mentioned, then yeah, I would recommend picking it up. But you could definitely wait for it to go on sale, I think, and then just pick one up slightly later date. So yeah, that's about it from me on this one, guys. Just wanted to say a quick thank you for all your support on the channel. We did just hit 50 subscribers, which is a fantastic achievement. Thank you very much. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, as we're going to have loads more reviews coming your way. So yeah, hit subscribe so you don't miss any of them. As always, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.